Hey guys, so I just found this guy. He's a legend. He knows the law. He knows like exactly what's going on, and he goes to stores without a mask. All right, and just whenever you look up on YouTube anything about maskless people going to stores, and guess what? Guess what? He's not Karen. He's not Karen. He is not a white Trumper. He's a black guy, all right? He knows the law. He's really, really proficient in it, and he knows exactly what he's doing, and he knows exactly what his rights are, what our rights are, as people, regardless of black, white, green, purple, whatever you want to be, yellow. However, I find this trend on the internet, on YouTube, that most of these videos about maskless people getting their entry to all sorts of retailers and all sorts of places rejected. They are seems like people are very, very proud of posting such stuff. Oh, look at this stupid Karen. She couldn't get in the store because she didn't have a mask on. She refused to wear a mask. Just wear a fucking mask. Okay, so you guys are insane. You really are insane, and I'll tell you why. If you stick with me, okay? If you're not too personally offended, because you like to offend people, you like to insult people, you like to gang up on people, but you can't take anything for yourself, right? You can't take any bullying, you can't take anything, any truth. You can't stand it. That's why most of you are gone by now. Those of you who stayed, let me tell you something. This is such hypocrisy. And why? Ever since this pandemic started, so-called pandemic, I don't see people dropping down on the middle of the street. I don't see a whole lot of sick people going around and like, oh, I'm dying, oh. I don't see that. I don't see it at all. I've seen people being sick before. I've seen people being sick like years ago. Every year people get sick. Every year there's some years that were worse than this. I don't even see anybody sick. I know there are some people sick. I've met a few. Not met, I know about them, through, I don't know, friends or whoever, whatever. Or that somebody's job, somebody got sick, whatever. But every year there's flu. Every year there's, cold that people get. Every year there are problems that people suffer from. A lot of people don't show up at work. A lot of people, stay home. A lot of people are in bed. A lot of people are like, oh, I got sick. I was in bed for a week. I feel weak. I'm still, recuperating. I'm slowly getting back. That's what I've been hearing years ago, okay? Every freaking year. And some of the years way back, I was one of them. I don't get sick anymore. If I have a scratchy throat or something, goes away in a day or two. All right, no big deal. I take cold showers, or I go swim in the ocean. I do my breathing exercises. It's all gone. I maybe rest for a day, and that's it. No crazy fever, no weakness in my body, none of that stuff. But I live my life very differently. So I don't blame other people for my health, okay? I don't go out there and make this big ass fuss about who does this and who does that. But if I did, and from time to time, I will suggest to some people that I see them smoking out in the streets, because it bothers me, you see, because that's an actual violation of my actual right to breathe fresh air. And some of you can say, well, go around them. I can go around them, yes. The cigarette smoke lingers. That's the problem, okay? So why don't you go to those people? Why don't you go to people like, let's say I have a child in my back seat, or my pet, my dog, or my wife with me, or even myself, and I cannot have the windows in my car open because some idiot right in front of me who's totally fucking irresponsible and disrespectful and inconsiderate to everybody else's health and well-being is smoking right in front of me, sticking their like stupid smoking arm out the window. But that's okay. That's okay in our society. You can do that because you're a free person, right? You see the irony? You're a free person. You're a free person to go in the bar, drink yourself almost to death. You're a free person. You can do that. People fight for those rights. I want to get in the bar. I want to get in the bar. I don't care if bars and restaurants close, by the way. I don't care. Cook at home. So you know where the food comes from. So you understand what it takes to prepare that food. Okay? So you won't be that ignorant as you actually are. And arrogant. Beside being ignorant. Which is even worse. You know, prepare the food yourself. Don't drink. Why you have to go to a bar? You go to a bar to talk shit, to gossip, and to drink alcohol, right? Because you just can't take this reality. You can't take this world and this life without being intoxicated, at least a little bit. Just to have a buzz, right? Just to be, you know, a little bit tipsy maybe. You know? Okay, you're not a drinker, cool. You're not, you know, you're not a drunk that goes out, drinks, and then it wobbles around the street and like, and screams at everybody. I got it. Okay, you're a social drinker. What the fuck is that? A social drinker? What is that? So, on the other side. So anyways, do you go warn everybody that smokes? Huh? They're destroying their own health. Do you know how many people die every single year in the US? Just due to smoking, because they get lung cancer and all sorts of problems with their, you know, with their, how do you call that? Just problems with their blood, because it's dirty from smoking. Smoke has like a whole lot of toxins in it, and it goes straight into your lungs. Do you know what that does? It goes into your lungs. From your lungs, goes straight into your bloodstream, and it goes into your internal organs. It doesn't only pollute the lungs. You guys are wrong if you think that this is a problem of your lungs. It's your entire body gets an immediate pollution everywhere in your whole bloodstream that takes it all over your body. Your muscle tissue, you know, your inner organs, your deep tissue, everything. And you think that's fine? And you think that secondhand smoke is not dangerous? So, millions of people die due to lung cancer because they smoke. You don't care about that. A lot of people have trouble, they die on the road because they drink and drive. You don't tell those people to stop drinking. You don't tell those people to stop smoking. You don't tell those people nothing, alright? I even see people smoking with a mask underneath their chin, and then as soon as they're done smoking, they put their mask on. What the fuck is that? Are you stupid? Really? You just fucking smoked. You just took all the toxins and all the crap into your mouth, into your lungs, and into your whole body. And now you're gonna put your mask on? What the fuck is the mask gonna do? The next thing is, most of you are meat eaters and dairy eaters. And you want to call me a soy boy? You want to do that? Soy boy? You want to do that? Because I'm what? I'm weak, right? Alright, come to me. You show me how strong you are, okay? I'll take you to places. You're going to show how manly you are, you know? Or women, you know? How tough you are, you know? Let me see you, you know? Let me see you in the winter. You're going to come with me to places where there's snow, in the lakes, and I'll have you swim in there, okay? I'll see how tough you really are. I'll take you to the gym. I'll exhaust the shit out of you. Alright? We'll see how tough you are. You think you're very tough, right? But you wear your mask. You wear a mask on you. You deprive yourself of breathing normal air because some guy in a suit and a tie told you so, or a few lab coats, right? And because you know some people that, you know, got COVID, right? Some people got it. Yeah, how do you know? What are you, a scientist? What the fuck you do? You're in a lab? You're in a laboratory testing samples? You know exactly what you're doing? You know what you're testing? You don't know shit. You only heard stuff from the news. You only heard things from other people, from so-called officials. Since when are the fucking officials telling you the truth? Every freaking year they're robbing you of your money. You pay taxes. Taxes are illegal. They're taking our money. We make this money by working and finding jobs ourselves. If you're not a government employee, you're being robbed every fucking year. And you're gonna tell me those people have the best interest at their heart for you? Why is the FDA corrupt? Why do they let toxic stuff into our food and into our water? Why do they pollute us as babies already? And all the way into the life of until we freaking like drop dead. Huh? Why do they allow lobbyists to do things that are not okay for us? With the weather, with the soil, with the water in general, huh? Everywhere. With the forests. Why do they allow them? Because of money, right? And now at this point, you think they care about your health. But they allow the tobacco industry go on. Yeah, the alcohol industry go on, so people can drink still, people can smoke still, poison themselves. Same freaking food is produced and being poisoned, and all sorts of genetically modified organisms they put in. You eat meat. Most of you eat meat. Do you know what the fuck you eat? Do you know what you eat? You eat terrible stuff. You have absolutely no idea. You eat glue. You eat a lot of toxins. You eat a lot of really, really highly toxic matter and antibiotics. And then you buy organic meat, huh? Because there's a label organic and you think that means shit. That doesn't mean shit. You should actually research what organic actually even means. How you get that label as a producer of meat or dairy onto your freaking product. Research that. Don't be fucking lazy and walk around and yell. People like, wear a mask. Just wear a mask. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's just a fucking mask. Yeah, right? Because that's what you do. That is exactly what you do. You're paranoid. You're crazy. You're completely insane. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't. You're giving all your rights away. And then you scream at other people who dare to remind you that they have rights. And then you make this name into derogatory term. You know, what is now? Now everybody's called Karen. So you won't use the N-word, but you will gladly use the word Karen. Which is kind of like the same, right? Because Karen is supposed to be ignorant. Right? The N-word is supposed to be used for being ignorant. Describing somebody who's ignorant. Yeah, not really any difference. And Karen usually goes for like what? For, you know, middle-aged white women. Which now the age dropped even to like those white women in 20s and 30s. So what, are you a racist? It seems like you're a racist. Seems like you can't stand white women. Especially not middle-aged ones, right? Who dare to stand up for themselves. Who dare to stand up for your fucking ass. Because your rights are being taken away too. See, you're disgraceful, you're ungrateful, you're disrespectful, and you put responsibility over your own health onto other people. Yeah, you're weak. You're weak. Weak to the bone. Because nobody's ever responsible for your health but yourself, okay? Most of you support industrial farming, industrial agriculture, dairy producers, dairy industry that are killing, slaughtering, torturing in cold blood innocent animals every single day. Trillions of them daily. Do you know what that means? And now these things will happen to you. Yep, these things will happen to you. They're coming to you. You can keep wearing your masks. It's not gonna stop anything. It's not gonna, you know, they will still hunt you down just like you're an animal. Because that's your karma. You're supposed to get it. So, I'm not rooting for that. I feel like it's sad, you know, that you don't see through that. I feel that it's very blind of you to be yelling at other people while not seeing where you're actually headed. And once you do realize, it's going to be too late. That's the sad part. That's the saddest part of all. And most of you who are giving this, you know, telling somebody to wear a mask is a health advice. Most of you are beyond repair. Most of you who are giving these advices to other people are in terrible health, in terrible shape. Most of you are fat. Most of you are smokers. Most of you are abusers of alcohol. And don't tell me you drink socially. It doesn't fucking matter. you drink alcohol and you need the alcohol in your blood. Why? Why you need that? Most of you abuse things. Most of you are addicts, okay? Most of you don't know how to eat properly. Most of you have never researched and never tested any kind of fitness on yourself. You are not fit. So you're not fit to give any health advice to anybody, especially not somebody next to you, a fellow man. You don't know that person. You have absolutely no idea, and you should leave them alone. And if you do want to do some good in this world, go tell all the smokers, and all the drinkers, and all the fat, and all disgusting people who are not healthy, who are visibly not healthy, not only on the inside. Go tell them that. If you want to do something good, remind them that they should take a better care of themselves, all right? That's what you should do. And until then, shut the fuck up.